Hey everybody, welcome to Brothers Forge Gaming. You're here with Easy, and we have some fun for you today. It's, the beginning of the year, the holidays are over, been kind of cleaning, getting things back to normal, but with that comes the 2019 Easy Room Tour. Really excited. I did one last year, had a lot of fun. It gets a little lengthy, trying to really get into each section by section, so this year basically just kind of going to do like a walkthrough, and I'll just kind of comment on some of the stuff, and we'll show you basically what it would be like if you came over. I invited you over, and just kind of you could see everything that's out in the open and how I set up. Like an actual walk through the room. We're not gonna like dig and make it a lengthy, long video, but should be a lot of fun. I plan on later on going over each section by section, systems and different collections in separate videos. So we'll really get in depth and look at everything I got, down the line. But for now, enjoy Easy's Room 2019. Walkthrough part of the tour. We're going to jump right into it. You can see right as you come in the door, first thing you got is the console center. Here is where all the hooked up retro consoles are just ready to go. We got the wall of controllers there, so we got a good mix of we got a lot of extra stuff hidden away too, but everything you need on hand to play right away. If you guys saw the video last year, one of my favorite things is I run some switches back here, so you can actually just change to you know any game you want. Is ready to go. Got a nice big CRT there from the parents. That was always cool. Great shape, works great, looks great. Another display thing that I built, actually a little custom that I do still love, was this N64. It's a little display thing. I put a little Nintendo logo on it and stuff, but it's a staircase basically, so you can actually see, what games you have on N64, since that is such a hard thing. Next. Always going to be my favorite part. The wall of Nintendo has grown. A whole nother row, some side shelving. You see some classic hard case games down there, but yeah, so this is one of the most epic parts of the collection. Can't wait to do a NES portion, so you can see everything that I got going on. So nice, yeah, we talked about the consoles here. They are all hooked up to a Sony PlayStation surround sound system from back in the day. So everything is rocking out on stereo sound. We'll turn that back down though, so you can hear for the video. Above that section, awesome. I got the built-in now little Xbox. We do have TV. We can do LAN party, Xbox, Halo parties and all that. Real fun. But that's all hooked up. Looks neat. Cords put away. Got the laptop up with Brothers Forge Gaming, watching all your favorite YouTube videos, of course. Little PRGE shrine here. Just made a little collection of stuff picked up. When we were up there, it was our first time in Portland, and just had such a good time. Got some good fighter sticks there. Take a step back. Some more. This is a Sega. This is new section compared to last year, but this is kind of the high-end Sega, I guess. Well, system-wise, you got the Sega CD, the Saturn 32X, some extra classy games up there. Got the Game Gear in case with all the accessories and all that. A little glare up there, but you got a few good titles that I don't know. I displayed up there because I thought it'd be fun. Why not? Ooh, probably second favorite section. It needs some paint jobs and cosmetic, but this is the Inbox NES collection, bulk of it. That is definitely one of my favorite sections. Lots and lots of good stuff there. I can't wait to go over that. I am trying to get to 100, which I hope to accomplish this year. Shouldn't be too tough. Above that, a brand new section. That's the stereo section from last year, if you remember. Made that into an extra, even. Got some real classy good games in there. Some of the better loose games I have. All my my Nintendo boxes and stuff are full of systems. Got all that good stuff. So, I know, very excited about that. Here's my classy tarp. Blocks a giant window because, we are human. We do not have an actual studio. We have to actually, make it work however we can, and sometimes that can be tougher than you'd think. So here's a cool, but one of the next projects is I got donated this from GameStop. It was a Pokemon trading card, little display stand, and I turned it into a Sega display, which worked perfect until the amount of games I had really just blew it out of the water. There's the Masters Inbox Collection. Not giant yet, but definitely coming along. Got some good titles. Got some other loose games we'll get to in just a minute. You can see we really been rocking on the Sega Inbox here. These are all 2 rows deep. I tried to kind of show, but that's why it's all buckling and just going to shit right now. So I need to build something a little bit more sturdy and retire this. I did always like how it had this kind of display area, though. It worked out perfect for the Sega games. Some of our favorite Sega games there. Some good stuff I got over this last year. Above that, of course, the Sega Dreamcast section. The one thing I will go over here, the Sonic Adventure Limited Edition. Really cool score from last year. I think... No, actually, that was probably the year before. That probably was in last year's video, too. But some other good games. Very epic. Ooh, an actual working Super Scope. I burnt mine up if I had mentioned that in some other video. A few other Super Nintendo section or accessories because we are in the Super Nintendo section. A little bit of overflow for N64. Here was my tape thing full of loose masters that I was talking about, kind of hidden away. But the main focus on this is the, I guess, wall of SNES, you would call it, but not quite as impressive. Got some cool inbox. Definitely got some very good games and pieces for the Super Nintendo, but overall not one of my biggest collections. Ooh, some epic DVDs. We have a lot of DVDs here, a whole wall. We might get into my actual, media sections sometimes when we do section by section. That won't be a part of the Game Room tour because it's not in this room. So, but you see some really cool stuff. Mario, some wrestling stuff for you wrestling fans. But behind that is the small PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 setup there. Not... I got a few games, but definitely I know some people really pride on these 2 systems and have great collections. Maybe someday. Here we are rolling over to Xbox Cuphead. For you Cuphead fans, I know I was a huge fan playing that a lot. We got some swag there since there is, well, it's really tough to get a physical release of that. But, behind that is pretty much a shelf I had to build. Last year, I think you saw this as the Disney section and kind of movie section, but that has now turned into the Xbox and Xbox 360 section with a pile of Wii games and a little bit of PlayStation 3, apparently, because I'm avidly running out of room. That's why I'm constantly building and remodeling. But, like I said, we'll get there. I'm running full. Someday we'll do a full renovation instead of me just, fixing small problems. But until then, it is what it is. Here we are, another great piece. That is a Napa Valley tape case I had found along my travels, which works perfect for, you guessed it, loose Sega Genesis carts. It holds 100 of them. I'm almost full. I can't wait to get there. That is another goal of this year. Some very good loose titles. I love my Sega collection. I was always a big Sega kid, so always look forward to getting new epic pieces to that. We slide on over. A few little fun inbox things. We got some of the... There's some of the good SNES games in box there. Uncharted Water is probably like my favorite game of all time on the Super Nintendo. Had to get it complete. One of the biggest, newest pickups, the TurboGrafx 16, is not on, hooked up, ready to go, but it is on display in box. I only have a limited number of games, so when I change that, I will bring videos on that, and that'll be awesome. Huge donation, the Xbox 360 Halo Edition. That was awesome. My buddy Nick, he hooked it up with a lot of Xbox stuff, so I can't wait to give him a shout out in the Xbox segment. The PlayStation 2, kind of high-end. We got some of the better games, just some cool, collection pieces and stuff like that, some Xbox systems. So always rocking, representing that PlayStation 2. Down here, hidden back there, we got some GameCube and some decent GameCube games, but obviously I do not have a giant GameCube collection. I got some fun stuff for it, and that will be fun to go over. I do have the Game Boy, the GameCube Game Boy, GameCube player thing. Yeah, so that is awesome. But anyways, you can see it overshadowed by some of the amazing stuff in front of it. My Inbox N64, and to follow that, Inbox Snow Brothers, Swordmaster, some really great pickups recently. Just some other fun games and cool. That's a good section right there. We'll pride on that. But getting over, I'm in the midst of kind of cleaning up this section and giving it its last run. I was really big into Warhammer, creating, painting. I created all of this, like terrain, painted, put all these models together. It was a lot of fun, but you thought game hunting and all this, everything was a lot of time. This takes a lot of time as a hobby and a lot of money. So I will do a fun video when I can get out my whole giant collection, get it all together for one last hurrah, and that will be pretty epic. But, if you like some toys, that's some toys. Here we are, quick little, this is just kind of a novelty section here. We got the Atari, which I do hook up sometimes. I do have a small Atari collection to play. A couple knockoffs of the trackball. We got a signed 32X. I had met up with John Hancock in Portland. He's actually from our hometown Reading here, so kind of made him a little thing. We bought his Atari game and made him a little shadow box there, Genuine good guy. Had a lot of fun. So just a neat little kind of show-off section, I guess. Above that, the old computer section. We were big computer geeks playing tons and tons of fun, super just involving games, but we loved it. We spent a lot of hours on computers. A lot of this is actual original, just stuff from old boxes and room and all that. So it's really awesome just to have, even though half of it you can't even play anymore. But some of my really, really fancy paint jobs and modeling things, my Dragon and my Doom Wheel. We'll show those off real quick. Was always proud of those. But even more proud of this next donation. That's right. Look at that, baby. There it is. The Steel Battalion controller, the Steel Battalion game, obviously. This was a donation from my buddy Nick Boero. Awesome, awesome dude. Can never thank you enough. That is just such a cool piece to have. I can't wait to do a video on that. You guys will be seeing some me trying to play it, I guess, and see what happens. But yes, that'll be awesome. Ooh, another big part. My family has owned the Gravatar since basically we got it 1 year after an arcade got it. We were the second owners. Dedicated cab. It is awesome. I got the in-box sealed Gravatar Atari game as well to go with it. Love getting down on that. It needs a little bit of work and love, but it will be back soon for some fun videos. So that leaves us. We pretty much, just a couple of novelties and some cases and stuff, but I got to get a good look. This is new. We have fixed up the toy shelf, and it is back in action and fully looking good. Somewhere or another, you probably saw something from your childhood on there. So, yeah. So, having a lot of fun. Easy's Room 2019. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll keep bringing, more footage and going over all the stuff like I promised in the future. So, we'll catch you next time.